If you're about to graduate in 2023, we're heading into crunch time. And if you play this correctly, this time window between now and graduation can have a huge positive impact on your career. And even if you've already landed a job, there are still a few big things that you can and should be doing right now to take advantage of this opportunity as much as possible. So if you're graduating in May, June, or even December of this year, regardless of whether your job search is still in full swing or you've already accepted an offer, in this video, I want to share 4 pieces of advice for graduating seniors or people finishing up grad school right now and looking to break in to the real estate industry, and a few action items to take over the next few months to land the jobs you're looking for and build your career long term. So my first tip here, and really the most time pressing of all of these, is to prioritize taking time to build your professional network now before you've even graduated and started to work full time. As a general blanket statement, people tend to be much more receptive to cold outreach from students rather than cold outreach from early career professionals. And as a graduating senior or second year master's student, you have a prime opportunity right now to get in front of as many people as possible as you're wrapping up your degree. Even if you already have a job lined up, take this time to reach out and try to schedule informational interviews with university alumni currently working in real estate, local real estate professionals in the community surrounding your school, or even professors that have been around the industry for a while, and leverage your status of being a student right now to ask for advice and to learn more about their careers. And if you don't have a job lined up yet, these conversations can also often lead to job opportunities down the road, making you top of mind when openings do come up, or making you a familiar name and face if you decide to apply for open positions in the future, even several years down the line. At many brokerage firms, there can even be some sort of an expectation that you'll try to network your way into the company, with informational interview requests sometimes serving as a prerequisite to test your determination, your ability to network and build relationships, and how much you're committed to working for the firm. When you reach out to someone as a college student, most people will remember being in your shoes and preparing for graduation and how overwhelming this process can be, and this tends to make it a lot more likely that this person will say yes to a quick phone call or meeting to help you find your way. Now, tip number 2 here is somewhat related to this first point, and this is to seriously consider short-term internships even if these offer very little pay, and actively pursue these opportunities if at all possible. You may only have a few months left of school, but this is also a great time to get your foot in the door in the industry, even if only on a part-time basis, and landing a part-time internship leading up to graduation has 2 really big benefits, giving you a brand name on your resume that you'll have when applying for jobs, and also giving you a safety net if you don't have a full-time role lined up by the summer. In these cases, even if the company you're working for doesn't have an open full-time position by the time graduation rolls around, companies will often let you stay on as an intern until you do find another opportunity, and assuming you've performed well in the position, they'll very likely go out of their way to connect you with other companies that might be hiring instead. This is actually how I landed my first full-time job in the industry after I got my MBA, starting a part-time position at a major brokerage firm in March of my graduation year, and being recommended for a full-time opportunity at a different company altogether because of that role. In that job, I was working in investment sales and had the opportunity to package up a deal for a client who just so happened to be hiring for a senior associate on their team. And through that project, I got to showcase my work product and communicate directly with the people that I'd ultimately be working for, which made the interview process really easy and made it clear to both sides that this would be a great fit. And because I was open to a short-term opportunity that had no guarantee of turning into a full-time offer, I just so happened to put myself in the right place at the right time, but that job wouldn't have materialized if I wasn't willing to take that chance. Now, it's not an absolute deal breaker if a part-time internship before graduation isn't in the cards for you, but if you're looking to increase the odds that you'll have a full-time role lined up by the time you finish school, this can be a really helpful tool to make that happen. Now, aside from networking and internships, the next thing I'd recommend over these next few months is to focus your real estate related coursework and training on the things that are going to have the biggest impact on your ability to land interviews and your ability to pass an Excel-based modeling exam. There are so many aspects of commercial real estate finance and real estate financial modeling that you can dig into, but in my experience, a lot of people get caught up trying to learn the most advanced concepts and modeling techniques before they've even landed an entry-level role, and in most cases, this just ends up being counterproductive. With only a few months left until graduation, your main goal right now is to land a full-time job offer, and in order to do that, you need to be able to both attract a hiring manager's attention to land an interview in the first place, and you also need to be able to perform on interview day if you're asked to complete a modeling case study. And with that in mind, now is the time to focus most on making sure you have a solid understanding of the core fundamentals of real estate finance and real estate financial modeling, prioritizing coursework or certifications that can help you portray that understanding on a resume, and taking time to work through as many practice interview exams as you can, ideally taking each multiple different times to make sure you're ready when an opportunity comes up. The point I'm trying to make here is that in almost all cases, during the job search process, spending time solidifying your understanding of the basics is usually going to be a lot more beneficial than spreading your attention across multiple different advanced topics that might not even come up during the interview process. And then finally, the last point I want to make here is intended to put your mind at ease if you're watching this in March and you don't have a job lined up right now, and this is that real estate firms tend to operate on a just-in-time hiring schedule. This means that even if your classmates had offers from investment banking or consulting firms back in November, real estate is a very different ballgame, and it's very likely that you won't land an offer for an entry-level analyst role until 30 to 60 days before your projected graduation date. When real estate firms post a job opening, it's generally for an immediate need, and if you won't be able to start for several months after the job is posted, most companies won't be able to wait that long to fill an open position. If you haven't seen much traction in the job search up to this point, especially if you've been applying for roles in December, January, or February and won't be graduating until May or June, this very likely has a lot to do with that lack of traction that you're seeing, and you should start to see more progress as we move into the spring. This is also another reason why a part-time short-term internship can be a great option to pursue to help take the pressure off when you are looking for jobs in the last few months leading up to graduation, giving you credibility and also negotiating leverage during the job search that tends to come along with having a job in hand. Ultimately, if you can take the time to focus on these 4 things, you will significantly increase your odds of landing a full-time role in commercial real estate before graduation rolls around, and I hope this is helpful as you're planning out your final months of school and how you want to spend your time to get where you want to go. And if you want more help with the job search, including access to sample case studies and interview exams, along with video walkthroughs covering the solutions to each, as always, make sure to check out our all-in-one membership training platform, Breaking a CRE Academy. A membership to the Academy will give you instant access to over 120 hours of video training on real estate financial modeling and analysis. You'll get access to hundreds of practice Excel interview exam questions, sample acquisition case studies, and you'll also get access to the Breaking a CRE Analyst Certification Exam, which covers topics like real estate pro forma and development modeling, commercial real estate lease modeling, equity waterfall modeling, and many other real estate financial analysis concepts that will help you prove to employers that you have what it takes to tackle the responsibilities of an analyst or associate at a top real estate firm. And if you like this video and want to see more content on this channel on the commercial real estate job search in general, make sure to hit the like button and let me know. And let me know in the comments any other things you're doing right now to get ready for graduation. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.